This post is going to be in English, and I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but I would like to try it with you and see how it turns out. I have a small checkpoint here, so I will need to watch this, because today, after watching this film, I hope that you will answer to this small questionnaire. It's 5 questions that's important for me to know how you reflect upon. The first thing is, if I'm going to do this film again, this kind of films again in English, is my English good enough? And what do you think about the subtitles that YouTube can translate, can print out automatically? It's the second thing. And I'm also going to show an application that's called MindMap, which I really like, and also an application called Mentimeter that a lot of you have seen earlier this week. Also, I would like to know if you have explored other posts in my blog, because it's important to me that a lot of people watch this blog. Okay, so this is my small reminder, and now I will start with the first point here is you have to decide that for yourself. The second thing is the English subtitle. Well, it's quite interesting. If I, for example, watching a YouTube film, I can choose subtitles here, and then YouTube automatically generates subtitles, and they work quite well. They're not perfect, but they work really fast. So this is an example.
Login. Okay, so I've got a couple of presentations set up already. You only get a couple of free presentations. They call them presentations.
Uh, this service I can stop, and then it's like this.
You only get a couple of free ones, so it's not something you would be able to use unless you use the paid account. It's not something you could.
Okay, this service isn't available in Swedish, but in several other languages. So my hope is that it will be in Swedish also, and then I might go over to Swedish again, because I'm not so sure if this is a good idea. Okay, so by speaking in English, I can this film can be available for a lot of more people. So that's one general idea. And if you're watching this film, you can choose to have subtitles, or undertexter as it's called in Swedish, or not. And they are not perfect, but they are okay, I would like to say. That was the first thing I would like to show. And also today I'm gonna show a lot of things, and if you need to reflect upon them for a while, I recommend you to pause and think, and then go on with the movie, with the film. So subtitles on YouTube, that's the first thing. Now the second thing is mind map. Well, I was on a conference earlier this week and listened to I was on a seminar, and it was really interesting, and I took some notes, and I took them digitally, and I would like to show you the application I used. It's called MindMap. Uh, Besides the funny name, it's really useful. Uh, if you have a Google account, you also have you can also reach MindMap, and the way you do this I can show you later in this movie, but now I will show the function. So MindMap it's a mind map, and you can it's a mind map that you can change, and that's the great thing with this, with it, yeah, compared to a mind map that you draw on paper. Now, this conference was about computing, and one thing that we talked about was computational thinking, and this in this way, this is my notes from the conference, and to show why it's good to do it digitally, I can do it like this. Maybe I would like to explain the connection between programming and computational thinking. Then I can zoom in like this, and I can explain the connection. I'm left clicking here, and I want to explain the connection between programming and computational thinking. Well, in Swedish I would say that's so programmering develops like this. Programmering develops computational thinking. Now this is a great way to make my thoughts clearer, and I can look at these notes and discuss what I learned during this seminar in a much more controlled way, I would like to say. But maybe also when I look at my notes here and I think maybe this about these examples, I'm not sure they should be connected like this. I could change them. I can take this whole tree and put it connected to this instead. That's not so easy to do with paper and pen. Okay, so that's one example. Now I want to do this. I put this back. Also, how do I create this tree then, this mind map? Well, if I have a new child, it's called insert child, and I press this, and then I could print new something, doesn't matter, and it's ready. And that's how easy it is. Now I would like to take this away, and I right click on it and remove. And the thing is that I could change everything here, and I can hide things, like maybe this whole tree I would like to take it away. Then I think I could collapse it like this. Yeah, and I can expand, and it's visible again. Now I'm not going to show you every things you can do, but you can do a lot more, and it's available through Google, through your Google account. Now, one thing I would like to show you is how to get this application. If you have a Google account, you also have a Google Drive, and this is my Google Drive. Now, if I would like to open a new mind map, I go to New, eller Nytt in Swedish, and here I don't think you have mind map 2.0 for Google Drive. So if you need to get it, you go to get more apps. I don't know the words in English, but in Swedish it's anslut fler appar. And here you can search for other applications. These applications aren't made by Google, so so they can be well, it can be anything. GeoGebra, for example, I think some of you know. Well, it's a lot of different applications. Now I have already installed MindMap, and what I do now is I go to New and I choose MindMap there, and I have a new file. This file is an online file and it's saved on my Google Drive. So what I do are instantly saved, and that's also a great thing with it. So I hope you can try to open one of these mind maps from MindMap and enjoy them. Okay, so I stopped that one. Now I need to watch my so that was MindMap. Also early this week on the conference, a lot of people used an application called Mentimeter, and I have a search for a film which described Mentimeter, but I have also on my blog a post, an old post that's about Mentimeter. It's from January, so it isn't very old. But if I'm gonna find it, I can search in this blog, and I can type Mentimeter like this and search, and then you find my post about Mentimeters for collecting thoughts. Okay, so this you can watch. And I will try to show you some tips there. And also, the last thing, if you, I hope that you explore my blog, all posts there. So the last question is if you have done that. I hope that a lot of you will answer yes. Now, in this post, I will also print a link to this questionnaire. Okay, and it's really helpful if you answer this questionnaire. Okay, and by that this film is done, and I hope I have not embarrassed myself totally, but I will soon know. Please have a nice weekend and watch and answer this questionnaire. Goodbye.